After he came back from World War II, my great uncle got a job as a glassblower's assistant. One day when I was growing up, after he had retired from the glassblowing business, he came for a visit to our house. My parents had a couple of glasses that had belonged to my grandparents, and for whatever reason, they had them out. Well, to the surprise of everyone there, my great uncle picked up one of the glasses and started tossing and turning it in his hands. His wife, my great aunt, hollered, "What are you doing? Be careful." But my great uncle was looking at that glass through the eyes of a glassblower's assistant, someone whose work it was to thrust raw material into a scalding hot fire, then pluck it out molten and glowing, and then quickly shape and turn it, removing imperfections and bubbles to create a perfect glass. Now, that's hard and painstaking work, but the end result, as we would soon find out, was something to be proud of. When my great uncle had finished inspecting the glass and my great aunt's heart had come back down from her throat, my great uncle gave a satisfied grunt and said, "Yep, that could have been one that I helped make. It came from our shop and it's well made." As your creator, God knows you that well. God knows the wonderful parts of you, the parts that gleam, the parts that shine, the parts that please, as well as all your faults and imperfections. And because God knew that each one of us has faults and imperfections, things that keep us from being in the most perfect relationship with God possible, God promised to send a Messiah to keep working on us, to purify our imperfections like a refiner's fire or like a glassblower's oven. Sometimes that involves a little bit of jostling, or a lot of jostling. 2020 has seemed like that, hasn't it? But even in the midst of the jostling, even in the midst of the purifying, our Creator is watching over us and seeing us through it all, loving us with the pride that comes from seeing a creation well made.